Hello! Welcome back to Teenage Nation. You're here for the first time, you're welcome. If you're returning, thank you so very much. Shout out to my 63 subscribers. I'm happy. So enough of the fooling around. Anyways, we'll be talking about everything feminine. Feminine health, feminine hygiene. So this has to do with our young individuals, young teenagers, young ladies. You 12 years old? You can grab a seat. Or if you're 10, let's grab a seat. This is going to be beneficial. So I just want to make a quick video about feminine hygiene. Most of the times for me, particularly when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I don't think I had that conversation with my mom. Mama, no offense, I still love you very much. But we never had that conversation. Like, to sit me down to tell me what to expect. When you have your first period, this is what you do, this is what you don't, had to figure it out. From sisters, from myself, from friends, figure it out. Or pay attention in your biology class. Alright, but anyways, these are some basic things that could be lacking in the homes. As you grow up, you don't have that person that is going to sit you down to tell you what to do, what to expect when you start your period. Back then, or maybe in years behind, females didn't start seeing their period until they were maybe 14 or 15. But right now we are seeing that 10 years old, 11, 12, they've started their periods. I'm not kidding. You are seeing secondary characteristics in children as from 9-year-olds. So for girls, I believe it's somewhere about maybe 9 to 14 when you start to exhibit those physical, we call it secondary sex characteristics. And then for boys, I want to say somewhere 10.5 to 17 years old. So girls, by the time you've turned 14, you've already had a majority of those changes. So changes, I'm talking things like hair. So hair under your armpit, hair on your pubic area, your private area. For girls, you start to develop breasts, your hips widen a little bit. There's hormonal imbalances that causes a lot of mood swings. So you're happy, you're sad, you're irritable, especially around the time of your period. Your breast could be sore, you have cramps, you may have to take medication for it. We will get into that. And then for boys, is the hair, is the beard, hair on the skin, hair in the private area, deepening of the voice, all those kind of things. So those things are normal. So if it happens, it's not that there's anything wrong with you. We all go through those. Those are just stages of you becoming an adult. So this is going to be mostly for girls, but I know that there are male figures that are helping their daughters grow and come to be aware of the changes that's happening in their body. So if this is beneficial to you, if you're a young girl, watch this, share with your friends. If you're a male parent, this will be beneficial too. So I just want to do this because I think this is important. It's something that I didn't have. Like I said, it had to be from sisters, from friends, from whomever in your biology class. But then sometimes some children are struggling with some of these things. So let's get right into it. So every month you will have something that we call the menstrual period, to where your uterus sheds, because no ovulation, it releases the eggs, no ovulation, so it sheds the wall through bleeding, through blood. So when that happens, you have to be prepared. When it starts, you have to have a journal. So keep a small notebook to where you're gonna write the date of your first period. It's very important because this is going to determine, say if you start to have some problems with your cycle being irregular, a lot of pain, skipping, things like that, it will be a good place to start. So the age when you experience your first menstrual cycle, write it down in your notebook. How many days did it last? Write it down. Was the bleeding light? Was it heavy? Heavy meaning you're saturating, you're going through a lot of pads, right? Write all of those things down. That's it. Write it down. And then every month keep track of the date. This is how you're going to know if it's regular or if it's irregular, meaning it's skipping dates or it doesn't come same time in the month. So keep a notebook, journal, because when you go for your doctor's appointment, they're going to be asking you this: the date of your last menstrual period, how many days did it last, how is the bleeding, is there any pain, cramping, things like that. Keep a notebook, please. That is very important. So right here we have some feminine products. So this is like a pad, but I don't think I have a pad. Probably, you know what, we're just going to use this. So right now I'm showing you that's like a panty liner, but we're just going to play as though it was a pad, because I forgot. And then here we have tampons. So that's another product that you can use. And then of course I have toilet paper. Don't say ew, please. I don't want to hear it. Don't say ew. So I'm going to demonstrate this because I do understand not all of us are financially to buy things like this. Depending on which part of the world you're watching from, there's still a way out for everybody. So when you're having your period, you want to make sure that you're keeping good hygiene. So you want to take a shower twice a day preferably, or at least once a day. Make sure you're clean, you're washing, because sometimes there can be some odor. So for me, I use this product. It's called Love Me, and this is not is it Lume? L-U-M-E, sorry, Lume. So I'm not advertising for them. This is not in any way paid. Actually, I am a fan of one YouTuber, Fulmination. She had talked about this product, so I decided to get it. I use it more often around my period. So this is the body wash, and the smell, this is like tangerine. It's clean tangerine. It's very clean. This is whole body deodorant, and I like the deodorant because it doesn't have aluminum. So that's good. It doesn't have a lot of chemicals, but it's scented, so there's still chemicals in it. But it says aluminum free, 72 hours odor control right there. I don't know if you see it. I think can't focus. But anyways, this is also the whole body deodorant. So you can get the stick deodorant, or you can get this one. Is like a deodorant, but it's kind of thick, a little bit like lotion. So those are the products that I use for my hygiene around my period. So I have some underwears in here. I'm just going to demonstrate because not everybody knows how to use a pad. So when you have your underwear like that, now you're going to open it up like that. So make sure your hands are clean. And then let's just assume this is a pad. So if it was a pad, it will be something like this. Right, you're gonna take the outer covering off. Now you're gonna come like that. So now you're gonna peel. Where is it at? You're gonna peel, and then it's sticky. So you're gonna line your underwear. See, I usually get the ones that are extra long, because sometimes when you sit and things like that, it's happened to me where it seeps through. Because when you're sitting and you're bleeding heavily, it's not directed, guys. Things are kind of obstructed. So you could have an overflow. So I like the longer ones. So you see that fit right there. So this is how you would do it, and then you're good to go. Now when you're changing it, if you're a heavy bleeder, light bleeder, have a little purse, a little bag that you can have extra hygienic stuff in there if you're going to school, things like that, so you can go to the bathroom and change. So you change every 2 hours, every 3 hours, depending on how heavy you're bleeding. When you take it off, please peel it apart and wrap it. Don't just take it and throw it in there. It's nasty, please. Nobody wants to be seeing a pad full of blood. Nobody does. It's nasty and there's a smell to it. So wrap it like so. Even if you throw it, it won't unravel for people to see. It's something private. Don't take it off and throw it on your floor in your room or in the bathroom, especially if you're sharing rooms. It doesn't even matter if you're not sharing. Get into the habit of making sure it's wrapped up when you dispose it, so it doesn't unravel and everyone knows you're on your period. Please, hygiene. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So I'm not sitting here preaching nonsense. This is real. Or you can take it and you can wrap it, see, like that, and then you put it in the trash. Let me see what time we have. And then let's say you're doing a tampon. So tampon is different. Usually I don't like tampons because there are some individuals that will put it in and then they'll forget that they have tampons on, and then it can cause infection, smell, and things like that. So even for my adult daughter, I don't recommend tampons just yet, just because sometimes you don't remember things. So if you're using a tampon, you wash your hands. So it's going to be something like this. You're going to take it out. This is what it looks like. See, and then there's a string in the bottom. So you tear the wrapper off. This is what it looks like. You're going to wash your hands. You're going to stand. You're going to spread your legs apart. And then you're going to gently insert up into your vagina. So you're going to insert into your vagina. And then you're going to put your hand here and push. So you're going to push until it's deposited. So when it's deposited, now you're going to pull everything out. This string is going to be hanging, because when you go to change or take it out, you're going to pull on this string to take it out. So this is going to be up in your vagina. Don't push until you get here. The string is going to be there. So I always recommend that even if you're using a tampon, always line your underwear, not with a thick pad, but just like a thin pad, like the liner. Line your underwear just in case you have any residual drainage. It won't stain your underwear. It's going to be caught by the pad. So if you're doing this, just line your underwear with this, and then when you go to change it, you can pull it out, and if you want to put it, the same thing. Now for those of you that cannot afford a pad or a tampon, you can use toilet roll. This is what I used when I was a teenager. We could not afford, guys. This was luxury for me. This is luxury. I didn't even know there was something existed as tampons. But the pads, my mom would buy it every now and then, but I could count the times that I used pad, because like I said, it was luxury. So we go for underwear. If you're privileged to be using pads and tampons, please know that other people are getting it hot where they're at because they can't afford it. So what you would do is you would take a toilet tissue and then you will wrap it. I like to do it longer, not short, because short, if you do it short, it's going to be moving around. There's no stability. It could fall out. I will tell you a story. But anyways, you're going to do it like this. I don't want this video to be too long, so that's why I'm trying to rush a little bit. So you're going to do it like that, and then you're going to put it on your underwear, and then you're going to wear it if you don't have money. Now, if you're using this method, I will advise that you put on a short, like a cycliste or collant, or we call it short stretchy. So put it just to keep things secure, like I said, because with this, remember, it doesn't have a sticky area that adheres to your underwear. So if you're using this, it goes on your underwear. Make sure you have this just to keep things in place. So that's what you want to do. And then, like I said, hand hygiene. Why I'm saying do a short was because real life story. This is real life, no kidding. When I was a teenager, right, you're trying to make ends meet, so underwears we go to Okrika. Okay, Okrika means second hand or bend and pick, a really cheap brand of underwear. And sometimes you don't go by the size. If they are selling it for 5 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, whatever looks good in your eyes, you grab it, that's it. So I had an underwear on. I can't remember if it was too big or if there was a hole, but something happened, guys. I was dry cleaning. I was mopping the floor and I had toilet tissue, but then I realized that I had folded it too short. So it was short, so it didn't give me stability. If it was long enough, maybe the proportion would have been sufficient. But I made this short, and I said maybe my underwear was loose. I can't remember. But real life story, I was mopping and then it fell off. And I had a skirt on. I didn't have underwear, or not underwear. I didn't have a trouser or a pants. So it was a skirt, so it fell off. I was so embarrassed. And guess what? It fell off in front of someone, an older person, male for that matter. And to make things worse, I was trying to explain what happened. That embarrassment was double. I will never forget it. So that's why I say put on a shorts just to hold things in place. So even if you're doing gymnastics, you're somersaulting, things will be held in place. So do this if you're using that, or you can still do it when this is convenient. But real life story, that happened to me. So hope you learned something from this. All right, you all take care. I love you. I appreciate you. subscribe please, so we can get to a wider audience. So hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you can somebody that you think may be of benefit. So you take care of yourself. I love you.